This trip was about one thing, the rain. From the moment we started, it never left us. And honestly, it became the highlight of the journey. Our first stop was Keladi. The ancient temple there with its carved pillars and quiet courtyards looked completely different in the drizzle. The rain brought out this fresh glow in the stone, like the temple had just been washed by time itself. Walking barefoot on the wet floor with the raindrops echoing softly felt like stepping into history that was still alive. Not far from there was Ikkeri, another beautiful temple glowing under the monsoon sky. The steady rain made the entire place shimmer, and somehow the more it poured, the calmer everything felt. These temples have stood for centuries, and in that moment, surrounded by rain and mist, it felt like nothing had really changed. From there, we made our way to Jog Falls. Now, I had seen the photos before, but this was something else. The fog was so dense and the mist so heavy, it turned the entire landscape completely white. One of India's tallest waterfalls, totally hidden. But that's what made it so surreal. From there, inside the blanket of mist, hearing the distant roar of water, it felt like we were standing inside a cloud. And then came the off-road drive to Bheemeshwara Falls. The road was rough, full of slush, muddles, and slippery patches. But when we finally reached the falls, it was all totally worth it. The waterfall was in its full monsoon power, roaring wild and beautiful, surrounded by thick green forest dripping with rain. Through it all, the rain wasn't just background weather, it was the experience itself. It gave the temples their glow, wrapped Jog in its mystery, and made waterfalls come alive. This was more than just a trip through Malnad. It was a true monsoon adventure. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for the full adventure.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tirthalli. We are at the Nest homestay with me and my kids. We'll be covering few of the important places around Tirthalli like Jog, Kundadri, Agumbe, Kodachadri, and a couple of lesser seen places as well. So let's take a look at the homestay where we are staying. So you can see the homestay has a large courtyard and a seating area where we can have food. The misty weather here with the lush green surroundings make this place must visit during the monsoon and post-monsoon seasons. You can see the lush green plantations and the farms which is soaking in the morning rain. This is our room and we have the beauty queen who is waiting to finish her bath.
Our journey through Malnad begins here at Keladi, a quiet little village with one of the most beautiful and historic temples in Karnataka, the Rameshwara Temple. Built in the 16th century, this temple was once the capital of the Keladi Nayakas, a powerful dynasty that ruled after the fall of Vijayanagara. The moment you step in, you actually feel that history. It is in the stones, the silence, and even the way the rain falls around it. The temple's outer courtyard is simple but serene, with tall, dark stone walls that shine in the rain and quiet stillness that makes you slow down. Everything here feels timeless. As you walk inside, the architecture completely draws you in. The pillars are carved from a single block of stone, and each tells a story. Intricate flowers, mythological figures, and tiny details that somehow survived hundreds of monsoons. It is amazing to think that all this was built without modern tools, just craftsmanship, patience, and devotion. Inside the sanctum, you will find the main deity, Lord Rameshwara. The air changes here. It's darker, cooler, and filled with scent of wet stone and incense. The carvings inside are finer, more delicate, almost glowing under the oil lamps. Standing here, you realize this isn't just a temple, it's a living piece of history, quietly standing through centuries of rain, fate, and time. Keladi isn't loud or flashy. It's peaceful, simple, powerful, and absolutely worth the visit, especially in the rain. This is where our Malnad journey truly begins. After exploring the ancient beauty of Keladi, our next stop was just a short drive away, the Aghoreshwara Temple at Ikkeri. Even before reaching, the road itself set the mood, winding through green hills, mist curling over the trees and constant Malnad drizzle, following us like a travel partner. This temple is dedicated to Lord Aghoreshwara, another form of Lord Shiva, and it's dates back to the same Keladi Nayaka period. But while Keladi felt intimate and peaceful, Ikkeri feels grand, powerful, with a sense of scale that hits you as soon as you step in. The entire temple is built from solid granite, carved in the Peninsular Dravidian style, and it's honestly mind-blowing how detailed the work is even after 400 years. Every inch of the outer wall is covered in carvings, gods, warriors, dancers, and even animals, all sculpted so sharply that they catch the light between the raindrops. In the rain, the stone turns deep, glossy black, and the carvings almost come alive. You can see water tracing every curve of the sculpture, like nature itself is worshipping here. The inside feels massive, cool, echoing, and lit by the soft glow of the oil lamps. The carvings here are finer, more precise, showing the skill and patience of the artisans who must have worked here for decades. At the heart of it all stands the Shivlinga, simple, powerful, surrounded by centuries of devotion. Standing here in the rain, the temple glistens and the fog setting over the hills, it feels like visiting a monument, more stepping like into another era. Keladi and Ikkeri together are like two sides of the same story. One quiet and graceful, other grand and commanding, and both equally come alive in monsoon.
Hello everyone, welcome to Jog Falls. We have covered Ikkeri and Keladi temples, and we are now at Jog Falls. And see, it is a complete whitewash. We can now see the falls here. With the mist clearing, we can see the falls. Fortunately, the mist has again covered the entire place, and we can see a lot of people here who have been waiting to see the falls.
Oh, you can hear it. Yeah, you can hear. So loud. The whole.
One. After the disappointment of Jog Falls, where it was a complete whiteout, we have now reached Bheemeshwara. We had to do an off-roading drive from the road to here, which was really thrilling and exciting. So let's go to the temple and see the waterfall as well. This place is covered with lush greenery, and we can see the dense foliage present, which is typical of Western Ghats. As we approach the famous waterfall which is next to the temple, let us go and let us pay our respects to the deity and come back.